Yeah. Well, they may be able to stand it. I think they can. They'll stand it. All right.
Your Honor, this is Lincoln.
All right.
Nakaya McDonald.
All right. Take your hand back. There you go. All right. All right. Where are we on this case? There was 1760 owed the last time that we were here. We talked about the late fee issue. Were you guys able to work something out?
She paid July rent after like several days on 11th of this month.
Okay.
So her balance is reduced to $865.86. That is include May, June, and July late fees and the utility.
So this amount is May, June, and July late fees?
Yes.
Okay, and go ahead. And what else?
There's a $70.86 utility, and before she set up her DTE account, so I paid for her.
$70.80?
Yeah, 86 cents.
86 cents. And then what else?
And
anything else?
55 court fee.
For the court fee?
Yes.
All right. So if I take this 55 and if I take the $70, $55, and then the 86 cents, but if I do that, so of this 865, 86, all the rest of that are late fees.
Yes. It's on the lease. $5 per day is the lease.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I think. Do you have that broken down? Or, so how many, hang on, give me 865. Well, I can do it myself, that's okay. 125, 04. So I have $740 in late fees. So how many months is that?
May, she hasn't paid late fee since.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to, I'm not asking what she didn't pay.
Okay.
I'm saying this $740 are late fees for how many months?
3 months. Actually, July she paid it on 11th. That's earlier. So that's only count for 10 days. In July. For July rent only.
I don't know what that meant.
Like May, she didn't pay late fee.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
So for July, her late fee was only $50.
Yes, July, there's a $50 plus 5 days. So on the lease, it says if after 5 days she didn't pay, or whoever the tenants, well, $50 initial fee, and plus 5 days times 5. So that's $75 on July before she paid. Then $50 on, plus 5 days per day. On June rent, that was $170. And May rent was the most.
That all sounds really nice and pretty, but listen, I'm trying to figure out that even if, give me 740 minus 75. So if I take July out of the picture.
Yeah.
And it's $75. She has paid for 2 months. You want to charge her $665 in late fees.
For the May rent.
How much is her rent?
The rent is $520 on her portion.
Right. So effectively, just bear with me here. You want to charge her about, my math is right, about a month and a quarter of what she pays for rent as late fee.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. Because I really encourage tenants.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
I understand you said yes, Your Honor. Does something sound wrong to you about that? That was a question.
I calculated based on the lease,
Okay,
day by day.
I know what you did. I'll say it again. You're charging her $665 in late fee. Her rent is somewhere around, her portion is around $500.
520, yeah.
You're going to charge her for 2 months late fees that are the equivalent of a month and a quarter of her rent. Now comes my question. Does something sound wrong to you about that?
Well, I just tried my best to encourage tenants to pay on the time because it's irregular, totally out of my control.
Oh, I don't think it's out of your control.
Because I need tenants to follow the lease to pay so that I book on time. But if it's irregular, I'm totally, because her sheet has been
You
individual.
cannot, your late fees on any lease, the law is that they have to be in some way related to the cost of collecting rent. It also indicates that they cannot be liquidated damages. This sounds a whole lot more like liquidated damages than it does related to the cost of collection of rent.
I'll take your advice, Your Honor.
Oh, you don't take my advice. I don't give advice. I give orders. So I understand she may have been late. I get that. But I also understand that you would have to show me that somehow or another you spent $5 every day trying to collect her rent.
Yes.
Outside of the fact that, mind you, a portion of her rent you got already
Yes.
because you get it through the subsidy.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
So that's the other part that's silly about this. You're charging her $5 a day, but part of her rent is guaranteed to you. Oh, is it a HUD subsidy you have, ma'am? Then I think also the $5 a day per their lease is illegal. You can't charge it.
I think that's the lowest charge on the late fee, as I know, from the real estate market. I've talked to the Ann Arbor Real Estate Society and the society. They provided this number for me.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do, because you're not listening to me. I'm going to send you 2 out. You go out, figure out what might be a fair amount for her to pay given her circumstances and related to any effort you had to collect it. You guys come back to me with a number. If I don't like the number, I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
Because it seems to me I can talk all day and night long telling you this $5 a day you can't charge. I told you that on Zoom. I'm telling you that today. I'm trying to explain to you why you can't charge it today. You're not listening to me. You're saying it's on paper. That's fine. I don't mind if the agreement between the parties is reasonable. That I don't mind assessing. But this is de facto unreasonable.
Okay, I'll take
To charge her that. And ma'am, understand something. You may want to teach everybody in the world a lesson. That's not your job to teach everybody a lesson. It's not your job to teach them to pay on time or to do whatever. Because sometimes, and I see she's got those 2 little babies there, she's running around at times robbing Peter to pay Paul. Because that's just life sometimes, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So you can go out there. It seems the 2 of you can at least get along and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Come back to me with a number. If I don't like it, I'm going to give you my own number.
So
Because it's all just 2 months plus a little change that she was behind.
okay. By the way, there's another portion, and it's security deposit. She started from December 2024, and because I saw her little babies and in the winter, and so I accepted her to move in before the security deposit was paid. So, but it's not paid so far.
Is that in this 865?
No, it's separate.
Well, I'm not dealing with the security deposit. Because
Okay.
you got enough problems with the illegal late fees.
Yeah. But this is also something I need to collect.
You're out. I'm not dealing with the security deposit. You guys go out.
Okay.
You're out a reasonable amount.
Mhm.
I'll then determine if it's reasonable, and I'll tell you what she's gonna pay on that, and then I'll tell you how she's gonna pay.
Okay, I got a
Give
question.
you guys time to try to work it out.
Yeah, thank you. And I have a question. When can we give you the response before next in person or online?
Oh, you just go out into those little rooms. You're gonna decide this today.
So we can turn in our result to you.
You go out there, you talk,
Sure.
I'll call your case back up, probably first part of the next block. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Your first.
Darlene Morin versus Emil Tito. Your name?
I'm Darlene Moran.
Your name?
Emil Tito.
This is a termination case.
And try to collect some rent.
Pardon?
And try to collect some rent. I had turned in the 7-day notice and then there's paperwork and
You turned into the court. This case was filed as a termination,
okay.
and then you filed a supplemental complaint for rent. Okay.
Yeah, I did that whole thing first. I first gave the 7-day notice. I tried to, in March, 550, April 550, May 550, I tried to get him to pay and I didn't file. Finally, I filed in June, 7-day, then I filed again in July for eviction.
I have this case filed as a termination case. So,
Okay,
sir,
Yes, sir. Yes.
is there a lease?
yes,
Well, is it a month-to-month lease?
no, it was a yearly lease up until August 15th,
Of when?
2025. So he's almost up.
So on what grounds are you terminating his tenancy?
Because he's not paid rent for 5 months.
Then you have to file a non-payment of rent case. He has a valid lease. There are certain rights that attach to a tenant as well as certain abilities to redeem the property if it's an issue of non-payment of rent. If it's an issue where he doesn't have a lease or has violated a lease in some other way, then fine. But this,
He keeps saying he's gonna pay the rent and hasn't.
ma'am, you can't terminate his tenancy. That's the way for that. I've got the wrong notice, wrong type of case.
Even though this is what they told me to do, is,
They who?
the legal thing out in your court.
I don't know what legal thing you're talking about.
They have it where you're supposed to file a 7-day notice, and then after that, file the 30-day eviction notice, and then after that,
I don't know who's advising you of that.
uh-huh,
I don't. I don't. I'm going to tell you what I have in my file. I have a notice to quit for termination of tenancy. The basis for that termination is either it's some lease violation, which would be other than that, or a non-payment of rent. But you can't do non-payment of rent with this type of notice. And then the complaint that I have is a complaint to terminate his tenancy with a supplemental complaint to collect money.
yeah, that's what they gave me when I
I don't know who gave you this, but I'm just telling
Yeah.
you, you can't do it this way.
Now, because he's not paid rent for 5 months, what do I need?
You have to first send him a valid notice for non-payment of rent.
I did.
If it's this one that's in the file, that's not a valid one. I can look at it and tell that's not the one. It doesn't contain all of the indications of his rights.
Is it?
And by the way, this is not a case that was filed with whatever notice you're giving me. I don't know what this is. Okay, but that's not what was used to file this case.
It's,
She can have that back. What? Ma'am, you can sit up here and go around in circles with me all day.
Yeah,
The notice that I have is not a notice for non-payment. He has a lease. If you wish to collect rent from him and then have him evicted from the premises, then you're gonna have to file a new case. This case only has the notice that's attached to it, and then this case isn't a non-payment case, if that's what you want. This is a termination case. The complaint is a termination complaint.
all right, so you can't terminate even for non-payment, you can't terminate. You can't. Okay,
I didn't say that. You can certainly terminate his lease for non-payment. You just have to do it in the right way. This is not the right way.
okay.
And I do not see that there's a method by which you can correct this case because your notice is bad. The notice that's attached to the file, to this filing, is an incorrect notice so that your complaint can't even be a non-payment of rent complaint. It also, if the complaint that you did file, which is a termination complaint, the termination complaint, the basis for the termination is a non-payment of rent. I don't see a way in which this case can be corrected for you to permit you to proceed.
Okay.
So, given that, I'm going to also suggest to you maybe you get an attorney before you start over on this thing to file this, or you're going to have to file it. There's nothing that I can do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that the notice that you sent, well, the notice here that you're intending to terminate, the manner in which that notice is filled out is incorrect. You failed to invoke the subject matter jurisdiction of the court. This court, lacking subject matter jurisdiction, can only do one thing but dismiss this case. This case is dismissed.
You done?
Bit behind, we'll get out here, we'll play the video, what they've got to do. I'm going to stand in recess, come back out, and we'll call more cases.
All right.